Hi everybody, this is World Communist 8. You're probably seeing this and thinking, oh no, he's making another announcement, but lo and behold, I'm doing a commentary. But I'm trying to introduce a new feature, you're going to see this screen right here a lot more often, because what I'm going to try and do is, rather than burning time introducing the game during, trying to cram everything into 3 seconds before the game starts, I'm going to do this, and if you don't like it, you can just fast forward ahead of it. It's usually going to go, this is the longest you'll ever see it. Usually it'll go for 45 seconds to a minute. This one's going to go a little longer because I am introducing it. But I figured, I was thinking, I need a way to make my commentaries unique. And I was thinking, well, I could go on a first name basis with it, but that's not really unique. So,
It's 11 hours.
There's my clock. I figured this would be a little more personal, so you'll see this. The game we are going to be watching today is Much vs. Baby from the MST. The reason I picked this game is because I'm doing some brush-ups right now, so this is not going to be my best commentary by far. And that's an easy one to do. It was something that I didn't have to spoil myself with before I could watch the VOD, so I picked that one. So it's going to be on Byzantium 2, and let's have a good time. Alright guys, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, and the game begins. So again, we have Much versus Baby. Much from CJ Entis, usually a very strong Protoss player. We have Baby up here in the top right in white, and that puts Much in the bottom right at and I don't know his color yet, they haven't showed it, but Much is Much is in red. Much is a Protoss player from CJ Entis. For a while he was the strongest player on CJ, and now he's kind of taking more of a back seat recently, but he's still, I believe he's still seeded into the OSL round of 36 coming up. He's not a bad player. He hasn't been as consistent as he'd like to be, I'm sure, right now. Baby, on the other hand, for We Made Fox, is, I believe, the youngest licensed pro gamer, but I'm not sure on that fact anymore. So many new faces are popping up lately that he might not be anymore. But last I knew, he was the youngest registered pro gamer. So he's a fairly young face and doesn't play all that much because of his age, I believe, but he's played a bit recently. I know he got at least one Pro League appearance because he got a win in it. Sorry if I just spoiled the game for anyone. So we see Much here lays down a gateway, then sends out a scouting probe, and he's going to head the wrong direction, it looks like. Yeah, and both players just getting established. This early game is just maybe I'll talk about the MST a little bit. The Survivor Tournament is like the precursor to the MSL. You got to get through the offline prelims, then the Survivor Tournament, then the MSL to make it to the MSL. Oh, it turns out Much did go the right way with his scouting probe, so he's going to see what Baby's doing. And Baby hasn't scouted yet, so he's just kind of in the blind, but it's not too late. And speak of the devil, there goes Baby's scout. But it'll be interesting to see how these two players square off because, Baby, Much is a good player. He made it as far as the round of 8 in Arena MSL. Got bounced in the group that was basically, he was picked to win more recently in the MSL round of 32 for Club Day because it was the group where Firebat, he picked out Firebat Hero for that one, so it was expected that he was going to win that, but that didn't work out as planned, and we all saw how that ended up. And so we see the cybernetic score going down for Much, and factory was going down for Baby. So cybernetic score is actually already warped in. That's a lot faster than I expected. So it looks like we're gonna see. I don't know what we're gonna see. I think this scouting probe's just chilling. I thought we were by Much's Much's natural for a second. So I just Goon range upgrading, so we just see very standard stuff right now. So just both players getting their stuff established. Neither one's secured an expansion yet, so which I guess isn't all that out of the ordinary. So we see the Dragoon comes out and is probably gonna snipe off this scout now for Baby. He's not gonna see much more. Meanwhile, Much gets a zealot in Baby's base, and he's not gonna really get much done with that other than, oh no, he didn't get anything done. And Much does succeed in pushing Baby's scout out of the way, and it looks like he's trying to hide something. Probably either I'm gonna guess a citadel maybe back there, because I don't think he would be trying to hide the robo back there. That's a pretty bad location. So we'll see. Let's see what he does. But oh no, it is the robo. I'm an idiot. Sorry. So we see this zealot gonna try and go back in for a little more. Just one factory right now for Baby, unless there's another one I can't see, but I don't think there is. But we'll see. The first tank's out, so that's really gonna negate any advance. I think it's just gonna kind of make things a little more difficult for Much. He's gonna have to pull back and wait a while. But we did see the robotics facility going down for Much, so we're probably gonna see Reaver play, is my guess. So that'll be interesting. And Baby's doing a pretty good job at just keeping Much on his toes, getting him to plant some mines now. But Much is gonna come in. He's getting some nice kills right now with these 3 Dragoons, and the Zealot rushes in. It doesn't really manage to get any mines, so this now makes it difficult for Much, because without observers out, he can't see these mines, and he's got to have really good micro, trigger the mine, get back, and shoot at it. So I mean, for a pro, it's not a big deal to have that kind of micro. That's kind of how they got there, but it is tough. And we see Baby now securing his expansion. So and robotic support bay going down. Not really a surprise. So we're definitely gonna see some Reavers. And there we go. Much managed to take out 2 with that one. And now Baby's just gonna try and keep these guys at bay. He doesn't want these 4 Dragoons getting in, because as soon as they get in there, they're gonna have a fun time. Because as long as Baby doesn't have siege mode, those Dragoons are fairly safe. They can hold their own. So as soon as he's just trying to bide his time right now to get siege mode as far up, and there he has it. So now really, Much's Dragoons aren't going to be as effective, because they have to run the risk of popping in there and getting sniped off by those Dragoons, or those siege tanks. So, but we see an engineering bay going up for Baby, and we also saw Much trying to take his expansion. Second gateway going down for Much right now, and I didn't catch what that was. They just highlighted something. Oh, it's an observatory. All right. I wasn't sure what that was warping in next to his base. So he's got the observatory out, so he's gonna have the observers. He's gonna have it. He's gonna have it all. But I don't know how much he's gonna be able to get done, because Baby's throwing up this turret. It's all a matter of time, and I think he's gonna actually be able to do something here if he does it right. Let's see. Or is he just gonna bypass that and go straight for the main, which is a bad idea, because there's a turret there waiting, and Baby's little army is just gonna follow him around, and he drops the Reaver, and that may have proved to have been a pretty good decision, because that was not a good decision, flying that shuttle into like a spot. He flew right in the range of 2 turrets, and he almost lost it. And so now he's got to be really careful on how he gets that out, and he just lost the Reaver. So that sucks. Sucks to be Much right now. So Much did not succeed in doing anything with that Reaver. I think he got like a Marine kill. So what looked like a good decision at first ended up being a bad decision, and Much is now, suffice to say, he's in a pretty big hole. He lost the Reaver, he lost the shuttle. So this isn't good for him right now. I wouldn't say he's out of it, but he's definitely behind. He's not where he wanted to be. Meanwhile, he's just got to pump up the gateways now and just start producing units, because that's and he did try and go for a double expand, so that'll help get him back into things. But he's got to get some pressure on Baby. Uh, Definitely to just kind of keep Baby on his toes and make sure he can't just build up for the push. I mean, that's gonna happen, but he's got to try and get some pressure on there to get ahead. And Baby sieging up some tanks from his main to snipe these dragoons, and that was a brilliant move. He got the dragoons